Hi everyone. Today I will touch a very touchy subject, money. I don't really feel qualified in this field because I don't have a problem with money. I used to back when I was, teenager, right? But I guess the most important takeaway from the lack of qualification is that nobody really is qualified to talk to you about your financial situation, let's say, rather than yourself. Money is just another form of energy. It's not like elemental energies, it's more like a societal energy, but as we associate it with time and attention, it's just as well represents, energy, for the lack of a better word. I'll keep repeating myself because it is. One reason why I don't feel qualified is because I don't feel anxieties associated with money. This may be because I have enough, or because my needs are lower than what I have. Right? So if I'm earning really little, earning is not the right word. If very little money flows through my life, but my needs are on the same level, it's alright, right? If my needs are higher, then we're having a problem. We're not manufacturing, the flow is insufficient. But if money is more than what I need, then there's no room for perception of a problem. And if we look from historical perspective, of course, we're all of us. The fact that you're watching it on a computer device that's connected to the global web of information, you are already better off than multitude of human beings living 100 years ago, right? That goes without saying. 100 years ago was probably a very difficult time for everyone. So how does it work for me? That's the only part I can tell you, how I help people and how it works for me. So first of all, money is a super abstract commodity. It's like trying to manifest petrol. Even petrol is actually way less abstract than money. Let me explain it this way. Just imagine layered structure. It can be a house, it can be a cake, whatever has layers. Not onion. Cake. So let's imagine vertical layers. That's the picture I have in my head, and let's roll with it. So at the foundation of it is clear manifestations of of emotions, of states of consciousness, let's say, right? So you can have love, you can have fear, courage, abundance, that sort of stuff that you can, stuff is the wrong word, but for lack of a better word, whatever you can feel at the present moment, whatever you can feel in your heart is at the bottom, right? This is something where the world of spirit and the world of flesh, 3D, can meet within your heart space. This is why manifesting these basic principles of our existence is possible, because these two worlds can connect. Now let's abstract this layer into something more material, or maybe I should say condense, as an increased density, to say a house. House gives you security, warmth, probably plenty of other things, but exactly, it gives different emotional response to different people. So if I try to say manifest a house or think of a house, your perception of that will be completely different than mine. So as we gradually progress through our closest vicinity, this thing, then our a bit further vicinity, which is wherever we sit, wherever we live, exist, then perhaps to occupational aspects, for example, a job, something you do and something that you may mistakenly assume you are, some sort of identities, then we can think of, for example, a car you drive. You can associate it with an idea, a concept of freedom, so it's not too difficult to manifest. But if you're manifesting freedom, freedom of movement, freedom of being anywhere you like, the type of the car is super difficult to manifest, because a Ferrari or whatever drives just as well, takes you to as many places on the planet as a Toyota. So you can see how difficult it is to already manifest something specific on that level. It's just not the language that your soul speaks. And probably on top of that are those abstract energies like money. There's nothing you can do with money. You can burn it in fireplace. That's probably the only use because you make a mattress out of it, I guess. But apart from that, any uses for money are abstract and arbitrary. So, if you're trying to manifest a piece of money, banknote, it will not work 30 kilometers to the west. And what's the point, right? You have to manifest a different one. So that's one of the problems. If you're trying to manifest money, it does not satisfy any sort of emotional need. The only one that you could connect with abundance of money is some form of greed, I guess. And that is not very conducive to successful manifestation. So in order to achieve a state of abundance, this is the word I'll use, state of abundance is already a bit higher on that level of abstraction. It will mean something completely different to many people. If you picture yourself, basking in the sun with a drink with an umbrella in it, because of course they come with umbrellas. This may be one way to feel it. If you're trying to send this message to your higher self, to the source, this is what I want. Yeah, that can click. You won't get the drink with umbrella, but you've sent the emotional state you're experiencing during that time. And what will come as a response may be something completely different. Maybe not a drink with umbrella, but a very comfortable seat in your car. I don't know. Something that gives you the same emotional state of mind. Alright, so where to start? Start at the bottom. Start at those... at anything that needs working through at the bottom layer. Because if something doesn't click on top layer, all these layers need to click into place by themselves. You shouldn't even be touching them. If you sort out everything on the bottom layer, then everything falls into place, right? If let's start with deconstructing any sort of limiting beliefs. That's a lot of work, and as much as I do it with people on one-to-one basis, to an extent, I won't be explaining it on YouTube. And some of that, if you look up workshops that are done, somewhere in your area, or maybe somebody does that sort of thing, I highly recommend it. So any sort of limiting beliefs, any software that was pre-installed by society, parents, religions, all that sort of stuff before that keeps holding you back, that's a good place to start. There may be some sort of traumas from your childhood that need deconstructing, some forgiveness, that sort of stuff. And yeah, not going there. And once this bottom layer is in order, once you're at peace with yourself and build this idea of self-worth, you can start building on the next layers. What else is there? If you lack confidence in your abundance right now, relative one, look at Maslow's pyramid of needs, right? At the bottom of the pyramid, there's like food, water, shelter, companionship, job satisfaction. I don't remember it right now, but if you look it up, And you will notice that the bottom layer is really money dependent, right? Food, water, shelter, probably medicine, and that's pretty much it. Some form of physical security. And that's it. This is a good start. If you don't know how to start, meditation is a good place to start, always. This is a tool that will take you from here to infinity. Alright, you take care, and I'll see you next time.